Welcome back to our channel. In this digital age, the lines between real and virtual often blur, challenging traditional notions of faithfulness. So we have to ask, is virtual infidelity just as harmful as physical infidelity? Defining virtual infidelity. As we dive into the wide sea of love and betrayal, we find that the waters have changed in the digital age. When we talk about infidelity, the traditional concept conjures up images of secret meetings and hidden letters, but technology has revolutionized this notion. Today, virtual infidelity is unexplored territory for many. It doesn't require clandestine meetings or stolen kisses. It can simply manifest itself as a seemingly innocent text message sent in the middle of the night, or a like on a photo on social media. Chatting, sending photos, or even sharing secrets on digital platforms without your partner's knowledge has become a modern form of cheating. And it's not just about the action, but also the intention behind it. A simple emoji can have deeper connotations if shared with the wrong person. Plus, forming emotional connections with strangers online has become incredibly easy. It may start out as a harmless virtual friendship, but over time, these bonds can strengthen and become more intimate, especially if you find in that person what you feel is missing in your current relationship. Last but not least is the use of pornography. In the past, access to adult material was more restricted, but now, with just a few clicks, it is possible to access a world of fantasies. Advantages and disadvantages of the digital age in relationships. Today, our world is more connected than ever. The devices in our pockets offer us the power to stay in touch with people around the world in a matter of seconds. However, what does this mean for our romantic relationships? Let's start with the advantages. Technology has closed gaps and made maintaining a long-distance relationship more feasible. Now we can make real-time video calls, instantly share moments through photos, and stay up to date with our partner's daily events, even if they're on the other side of the planet. Plus, for couples who live together, messages and photos during the day can keep the spark and anticipation alive for when you meet again in the evening. However, it's not all rosy. The other side of the coin reveals that the same technology that brings us closer can also push us apart. Dating apps present us with an endless variety of options, and swiping left or right can become addictive, causing some people to question whether there's someone better waiting on the next swipe. The pervasiveness of social media can blur the lines between friendship and flirtation, and it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing our relationship to the perfect images we see online. And then there is the confusion between reality and fantasy. Conversations behind a screen can magnify emotions, create connections that feel deeper than they really are, and lead to misunderstandings. Emotional impact of virtual infidelity. Often, the lack of visual and auditory context can lead to misinterpretations. Not to mention, the digital age has also led to a rise in front relationships, where couples present an idyllic version of their relationship, hiding real problems behind filters and emojis. When we think about infidelity, we generally imagine a physical act, a secret encounter. However, the digital age has shown us that betrayals are not always tangible. They can be just as painful even if they happen behind a screen. Starting in the field of virtual infidelity can unleash deep wounds in the trust and stability of a relationship. Once that trust is compromised, restoring it is a challenging path. When one person is constantly connected to their device, the other person may begin to wonder, who are they texting? Is he hiding something? These thoughts can be so pervasive that even the simplest actions can be interpreted with skepticism and doubt. And then there's the constant comparison to people online. In a world where idealized profiles can be accessed with just a click, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to what we see online, questioning whether we are enough for our partner. This cycle of comparison can dent self-esteem and create insecurities in the relationship. Increased jealousy and paranoia are other side effects of virtual infidelity. Social networks, for example, allow you to track interactions, likes, comments, and more. These small interactions can fan flames of jealousy and create conflict where there perhaps shouldn't be any. Finally, One of the hardest blows of virtual infidelity is the loss of intimacy and connection in the real relationship. The emotional energy and time invested in virtual connections takes away moments and opportunities to deepen the real relationship, leading to a void that can be difficult to fill. Virtual infidelity versus physics. In the vast universe of relationships, there are few topics as controversial as infidelity. But in this digital age, a new form of betrayal has emerged: virtual infidelity. How does it compare to its physical counterpart? Is it less harmful, or could it be even worse? Difference between acting and thinking. The first distinction we must make is between the physical act and the intention or desire. Physical infidelity involves a tangible act, a real contact between two people. But is it the act that really hurts, or is it the betrayal of the thought and intention behind it? With virtual infidelity, even if there is no, and quote, real, and quote, contact, the intention to deceive is still present. This raises the question: is it more painful to discover a chat full of intimate messages or to face a physical betrayal? Depth of emotional connection. Some argue that virtual infidelity can be more painful because it often involves an emotional connection. While physical infidelity can be an impulsive act with no deep emotions involved, virtual infidelity is based on conversations, sharing secrets, and forming a bond. It's that deep emotional connection, established through words and shared in cyberspace, that can feel like an even bigger betrayal to some. Aftermath and trauma. Each type of infidelity leaves scars, but they can be different in nature. A physical affair can cause insecurities about physical appearance or performance in the relationship. On the other hand, a virtual affair could cause questions about the emotional connection and intimacy shared in the primary relationship. Ultimately, both forms of betrayal can be equally painful, depending on what each individual values most in a relationship. As we explore this topic, it's crucial to remember that every relationship is unique, and what could be devastating for one couple could be surmountable for another. The key is communication and mutual understanding. How to deal with virtual infidelity in a relationship. Dealing with any form of infidelity can be a painful and challenging process. Virtual infidelity, given its more abstract but intensely emotional nature, requires a careful and empathetic approach to healing and reconciliation. Open and honest communication. The first step toward healing is facing the problem head-on. Couples should make time and space to talk about what happened, allowing both parties to express their feelings and concerns. In these conversations, active listening is essential. It is not just about explaining or defending yourself, but about understanding the pain and betrayal that the other feels. Establish clear boundaries. Once the incident has been discussed, it is vital to establish clear boundaries about what is and is not acceptable in terms of virtual interactions. What platforms and types of communication are appropriate? What specific behaviors are considered inappropriate? These boundaries may differ between couples, but they must be understood and respected by both parties. Couples therapy. In some cases, virtual infidelity can be a symptom of deeper problems in the relationship. Seeking professional help through couples therapy can provide both parties with the tools and space needed to explore these issues and work together to resolve them. Recognize and address underlying causes. Infidelity rarely occurs in a vacuum. It is essential to ask yourself, what led the person to seek an emotional connection outside of the relationship? Were there any gaps or problems in the relationship that contributed? By identifying and addressing these underlying issues, couples have a better chance of avoiding future transgressions. In conclusion, the digital world has given us many conveniences, but also new challenges. Relationships require trust, understanding, and constant effort more than ever. Navigating the digital age requires redefining and understanding again what it means to love and be loyal. Thank you for joining us in this video. If it has been useful to you, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe. And so you don't miss any content, click on the notifications button. Until next time.